We are all witnessing something crazy out of the LA Clippers right now. And well, they got 4 starters combining for nearly 100 points in a single game. Norman Powell is putting up crazy stats and he's showing that he could actually win that most improved player. But every success story has a reasoning behind it. And well, why are the LA Clippers dominating like they are right now? And let me tell you this, it stems from one guy, and this one guy is sending the NBA a reminder. This video is about to get crazy. We have an awesome sponsor today and it's PrizePicks. You guys already know it's time for the Super Bowl and PrizePicks is offering you a Patrick Mahomes line projected to score just 1 passing yard. Yep, you heard it right. Only 1 passing yard and you're cashing in. This is your shot at turning pocket change into serious cash. And well, here's how it works. You pick 2 to 6 players and decide more or less on the projected stats. That's all. For tonight's games, you can already see what I'm liking, and if you want to tail me, you could tail me. I really like these picks. I hope they hit tonight. And once again, you could add that Mahomes line for extra value, but it gets even better because if you use code MUVSY, you can play your first $5 and get $50 instantly whether you win or lose. So that's basically free money, people. So stop waiting, use code MUVSY, and start turning your sports knowledge into cash today. Code MUVZY, and I got you guys. So for 4 Clippers players to combine for 96 points requires a lot of playmaking. And if you think about it, when you think of the name Kawhi, you wouldn't think about playmaking, right? But he's actually a very, very good playmaker. Because he knows the gravity he has on the floor, so he would just run into the paint, do a spin move, and once the defenders collapse, just kick it out to the corner for a wide open 3-pointer. And to be honest, it looks like Kawhi is just out there having fun because he's throwing behind the back passes to Harden and Harden is just draining it. But in all seriousness, the strategy around Kawhi's playmaking is simply just gravity because he would go in the corner and act like he's gonna fade to hit a 3 and that gets Wemby to get out of the paint. So Kawhi realizes this and gives it to Zubac, and well, Zubac hits the bucket because Wemby's not in the paint anymore. And well, hopefully you guys could see that having a guy like Kawhi now on the floor changes the game for everyone. Because I'm telling you, Zubac had easy buckets with Harden, but now with Kawhi and Harden, he's going to have the easiest buckets of his life. But the question surrounding Kawhi has always been health. And finally, I think he looks healthy for the first time in a while. And while a reporter asked Kawhi a very, very good question, he said, Kawhi, how do you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 based on your health? And well, Kawhi said, I feel a 10. That's why I'm playing. And with the plays you're looking at right now on the screen, you could see he has a lot more bounce in his step backs. And he's going to a lot more moves that put pressure on his knees, and well, he's looking a lot more healthy out there. But there was also a bit of drama in the game the Clippers had against the Spurs because Kawhi was returning back home in San Antonio, and well, the fans did not like him. They just all booed him, and well, Kawhi said, it's just because the player I am and what I've done here, so it's a little pain in the heart still. It's still love in the city wherever I go. It's just crazy to me how the Spurs fans hate Kawhi still. I don't get it. But in the post-game interview after the Clippers beat the Spurs, a reporter made a mistake and said that the 27 points that Kawhi dropped was a career high.
You have a career high in points and in minutes tonight. On a human level, what was it like to play clutch time the first time and be progressing the way that you are?
I'll say a season high, not career high.
Season high, I'm sorry, thank you.
This moment was absolutely hilarious, but it tells us a lot. It tells us that Kawhi wants more out of himself this season, kind of like Norman Powell. A lot of people thought that, Kawhi would come back, Norman Powell's usage would hit the ground, his points would hit the ground, but it's the complete opposite because Powell is finding a way to play with Kawhi and make his game better by using Kawhi's gravity to his advantage. Norman Powell has also been one of the most clutch players in the entire NBA right now, and when we look at the most clutch points per minute, Norman Powell ranks as the 6th best player on this list. And while he averages 1.03 clutch points per minute on 76% true shooting, that is ridiculous. And in addition to this, Norman Powell is now the favorite to win the most improved player alongside players like Cade Cunningham, Tyler Hero, Amin Thompson, Evan Mobley. All of these players are very quality players in this league. But do you notice that Norman Powell is the oldest player on this list? And he's finding ways to make his game better later on in his career, which is something that a lot of NBA players don't really do. But man, another player who has been impressing me every single game is James Harden. Over the last 12 games, he is averaging 21.2 points per game, 5.1 rebounds, 10 assists, 1.4 steals, 7 double-doubles, and 1 triple-double. The Clippers are 8-4 over this stretch where he's putting up numbers like these. Harden continues to run isolation plays for himself, he gets big man going, and more importantly, he's learning how to play with Kawhi Leonard. But I promise you, nobody talks about James Harden's defense. It is absolutely saddening, but James Harden is a very good defensive player when he tries. Because when there's a player like Wemby on him, he would reach, steal the ball, and this leads to a transition opportunity. And I'm telling you, when you get defensive effort from James Harden, there is much more to it than just him playing good defense. And well, it's the fact that he absolutely loves this Clippers team, and he would run through a wall for everyone on this squad. And if you don't believe me, listen to this press conference on him talking about this squad.
Just how much are you enjoying playing with this team?
One of the best teams I've ever been on. From a camaraderie standpoint to guys loving to come into work and enjoying each other to on the court, playing as a team, as one unit. It's fun every single night, whether we win or we lose.
It looks like this team is having lots of fun out there on the court, and this is what you want to see from a team that possibly could win a championship. But to win a championship, you need a very good big man, and I think the Clippers already have that locked down. And well, in his recent game, he dropped a 20-20 game with 21 points, 22 rebounds, and you still got websites like The Ringer putting Zubac 75th in the NBA. Having 21 points and 22 rebounds on a 7'5" player in Wemby is just ridiculous. But I think it's time we give Nicholas Batum some credit on this roster too. He has always been that guy you could go to that knocks down the three-point shot and additionally play awesome defense, kind of like a glue guy that every roster needs. But what's impressive to me is that he's 36 years old and he's still finding a way to make an impact on a championship roster. And every year, his goal, his dream was to win an NBA championship. So come on, Clippers, let's make this a reality. And we also have to recognize the comeback of KPJ. Kevin Porter Jr. has found a way to go from playing overseas to finding his way right back into the NBA and making a very big impact for the Clippers. He knocked down 4 of his 6 shots against the San Antonio Spurs and also found a way to rebound that ball and push it. If I'm being honest, I can go on and on and on about this Clippers bench, but I'm gonna have to save that for another video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let me know how many wins you think the Clippers can end the season off with. We'll see who gets the closest near the end of the season. But that's been all for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one.